Hello, hello. Yeah, he is a little superstar. He gets so
Yeah,
much attention.
I know, I
Ah,
know. He's so needy, I love it. I love it. But doesn't it say something, Pat, about this? How the Christian Dior, because for example, when Catherine wears something that is Dior or whatever, she never does, but I mean, all the brands that she's wearing immediately they publish it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that says a lot about the non-importance of Megan because we know that is something she would definitely want. We heard a lot of rumors about her and Dior, and nothing ever came to fruition. So it just speaks volumes that Megan's downfall continues. It really does. I mean, it's happening in real time for us because she, if anybody would be getting an endorsement from Dior, you would think someone from the royal family, previously in the royal family, would. But we know Megan is not a normal person of royalty because of how she's behaved. So this is what happens.
Isn't it amazing? And this woman is doing a show. I did my videos yesterday. This woman is doing a show about elevating the ordinary to extraordinary, right?
Yeah,
And yet
yeah,
she got an extraordinary royal title. Because let's face it, folks, 99.99% of the population, I mean, you can't get those titles.
right,
You
right.
can't even buy them.
I
And
mean,
she
you would have to. Oh, sorry, you would have to think that anybody that gets a title, that is something so special and unique that you have to be an exceptional kind of person to have a title. Like your circumstances have to have been so unique and above the rest that you've been bestowed upon this title. But when you get it and you don't act in a way that shows you are worthy of such title, that you are of a different kind of person who wants to go out and do what you should do as a royal, and that is, we know, giving back and your support for the community and just behaving well within your in-laws, with your in-laws, you would think this is the attitude you would have if you had a title. But no, that's not what has happened for someone like Megan. And this is why I think she makes so much news, because it's the gall. It's the, I can't believe you are this kind of a person with a title. Why are you behaving this kind of way? And this is why we have what we have. And hello to everyone that's saying hello. Hi, everybody. Lizzie B. Thank
yeah,
you, Lizzie B. She gifted
but
a membership. Mm.
the incredible thing is that she took something extraordinary and made it less than ordinary.
Yeah. Yes.
That's her
Yeah.
power. That's the power of skankhood that this woman
Skate good.
yes.
Yes, yeah.
Because how how on earth, not even Fergie has been able to pull this off like that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think part of it really is, I think, social media has elevated so much that it's really magnified now, and I guess the sooner you figure that out, the better you would think you would become as a person, because you just can't behave like this. And did you hear that? I know we're going to talk about Blake Lively, right? There was some things that I heard about.
Yeah,
Well, I heard
I
that.
got the clip. I got the clip because that they said that that Ari Emanuel had done apparently a podcast with Freakonomics, and suddenly Freakonomics said, "Oh, we had this audio."
I have the audio too. I was supposed to put it in my video yesterday, but I took it out because I read it. But yeah, it's on audio where he
I
says
have
he's
we're
ride or
gonna listen to
die.
it. Yeah, but I want to show you this, Pat, because I want to buy this guy a beer. I'm just gonna play it. Wait one second.
Well, I never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
What did he say? What did he? Oh, I didn't hear this when you sent this. What did he
Well,
say?
I never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
I, you're on mute. I can't hear you.
I've never liked Harry, that ginger.
Oh, okay.
So he's
But
like, hi, William. I've never liked Harry, that ginger.
okay, so he was talking. I was gonna say, I hope he wasn't trying to say something derogatory towards William.
No, he's like,
Okay.
hello, William. I've never liked that ginger.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I want to buy that guy a beer. I want to buy that guy a beer. I'd like to, and then the woman goes, oi, it's
Right,
so
right.
funny.
I mean, can you imagine Harry and Meghan going out in public, like being somewhere where people just kind of show up, and the negative cat calls that they would probably get, how they would react? I know Meghan got them when she went to that awards, or when she was wearing that gold dress in New York, when they were in New York. But I just think that's what is waiting for them when they
You mean the
decide to go.
catastrophic car chase?
Yeah. When they do decide to go out in public again, I mean, I seriously think people are going to be name calling, saying things like that out while they're out and about. I can see that happening. 100.
But the thing is, they always try to go to. You saw Harry talking about. He did that speech. That's their surprise speech with a huge screen with his name behind him.
Yeah, right.
Did you see that? I think I sent
Mhm.
it to you, right?
Yeah.
Why do they always have to attach the word surprise when it's not a surprise? He was hired to do that.
Yeah, I wonder why they do that. Why? Why make it like it's a surprise when we know it's not?
But why do you think they do that?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know. Why do you think we have to believe that you just showed up and it was not expected? I don't get
Well, I
it.
think that to create expectations like, oh my God, he showed up.
Or maybe they're trying to keep what they do a secret for security reasons. So it's not
You,
announced.
you know, like I wanted to, we were talking about this yesterday, Pat, but we're going to talk so much, guys. We have so much tea today, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I think that they do it because they're worried that if they announce he's going to be there, there's going to be backlash because, and you know what I mean? Whenever they
Yeah.
say we're going to do this, there's so much backlash. Like we're seeing right now with Netflix that they left the comment section open on the YouTube channel for their trailer, and we're going to share it, like because we have.
Mhm.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah,
I think it's too yummy not to. So,
absolutely. Let's hear it.
oh, look, my comment is here. I'm just here for the comments. I feel bad for Chef Roy. Then he goes, Netflix, are you aware that Pamela Anderson's cookbook, I Love You recipes? I mean, they're just calling it out. Um, and then he goes, do you believe how tragic? And they have some sort of music things there.
Mhm.
And then he goes, hey, Netflix, next time don't work with a woman who trashed the entire royal family. Let me see if there's any response and bullied a 3-year-old girl. And then he goes, here, Carol Ann from Louisiana. Pamela is so authentic and modest. Pamela wins. Just share. Oh, yeah. And then they go, they left the comments on again. Where's my popcorn? I'm about to
Yeah.
make myself comfortable.
Yeah, so I mean, you would think they would not do that, but I think it's a clear message to Megan, don't you, that they leave the comments open?
I don't know, like this Marcia B says, gotta hand it to Netflix. Very, very brave to leave the comment section open again.
Yeah.
Well, what is your take on it, Pat?
I think that Netflix really isn't all in. They're not for the complete support of Megan. I think they see that she's a very toxic person, and that she has a lot of people that are very opinionated about her, and they want to know what that consensus is. They want to hear from the people, because I think that's how you get a true view of what people say about Megan, when you do leave the comments open. And I think they just don't know. And I think it's eye-opening for them to see people's views on someone like Megan. And that's why they do it. And I think Megan would want them to not do it, but they do it anyway. And that's what needs to happen more. More people that are hiring or wanting to work with Megan need to not listen to her, because the way she goes about doing things, it's never going to be a hit with her because she is always out to do things that are only for her own interest and to make herself look like someone who's trying to do good. Just like what I said with her performative morality, she is out there trying to do things to portray herself in one way when the reality of what we know about her, her history, everything that we have seen her do is the complete opposite. And so that is what you have to look at. And I don't think until Megan really starts to atone for all the wrongs that she has done, she can't move forward in a good way. And that's why I always talk about getting your popcorn, because she's still out doing the things that she thinks is going to get over. Like she's going to make things like go her way. This is going to be her rising to the top. That's never going to happen for her until she atones for all the bad she's done, because she has done a lot of bad things and she's hurt a lot of people.
But she continues to do it, Pat, because there's no consequences. You know that I did a video yesterday and I asked, you know how Megan said family and friends? Yet, where is Doria? Is there going to be, why isn't she cooking alongside her mom? Because it's Megan and her
Yeah.
famous friends.
Well, maybe
Where
she
is
will be
Doria?
there. She might be in an episode. She might.
She might, but she should be there. It should be highlighted even more than because we only see her. Remember that in highlights, you have worked in this kind of things. So you know that the sneak peek previews is what draws the attention to the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine if
that's
you show
true.
Megan with her mom cooking in the kitchen? People would want to see that, that interaction and what it's all about.
Yeah.
That would be very positive.
Or her niece, Ashley.
No, because Ashley's prettier. Or any of her black relatives in Georgia, but her mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
even her mom. Yeah.
I want to ask you guys in the chat. For example, if you had seen it on Netflix, Megan laughing with her mom in the kitchen, like a real interaction, but I don't think either of them are capable of having any real interactions, to tell you the truth. But if you had
Mhm.
seen that, that would pique my attention. It'd be like, I want to see what Megan's doing with her mom, especially to the black community, right?
Yeah, I wonder if she's only going to have that one black lady that was in the. Do you know who she is? The one that was in the trailer that.
Mindy Kaling. It's Mindy Kaling.
No, but Mindy is Indian, right?
No, that's Tracy. That's Tracy. That's the wife of
She.
Tracy Robinson, the wife of the Paramount owner.
Oh, that's right.
They're
So I
both
wonder if.
there,
Right.
and
So I
she's
wonder if she does. She have any like other black friends? Like I don't think
Serena
she does.
Williams, Oprah
Well, yeah.
Winfrey,
Besides the ones that we've seen, the very wealthy ones.
Beyonce. I wonder why
Well,
she didn't have Oprah there or
well,
Beyonce.
well, Beyonce didn't come on to her. They didn't. They refused. They actually. She did ask Beyonce.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Beyonce refused.
I didn't know that. Did
Mhm.
she?
And
But
who was the
no,
other
but
girl?
didn't Beyonce say she was her princess?
Megan the Stallion. I think that was in the beginning.
N-
That was in the beginning. Things have changed. Megan has exposed herself. We know the kind of person she is now. So no.
Well,
Mm-mm.
why do you think Oprah didn't make the cut?
I think Megan wanted Oprah, but Oprah did not want to come on her show. If we don't see Oprah, I mean, I know that we probably would have seen them during the trailers, but they could still appear in the show during the weeks that it's going to be airing. But I think they just are trying to distance themselves from her. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to think of others. She had Oprah. She had Serena Williams. How about Serena Williams? Gail King. How about Kelly Rowland? Or about what's the Kerry
Or Kerry
Washington?
Washington. I don't think. I mean, I'd be very surprised if any of them are on her show, but we'll have to wait and see because they could still be on there. Just because you didn't see them during the trailer doesn't mean they won't be on the show. But I think if we don't see them on the show, now that's going to speak volumes. That's going to speak so loudly to the support that she has or doesn't have in
But
the black community.
didn't Oprah, let me see if Oprah posted something on her Instagram about Megan's show, because sometimes she does support her like that.
Yeah. Sometimes
Let
she
me see.
does.
She said at least she makes like a little announcement or something like that. Let
Mhm.
me see, because she's buddies with Kerry Washington.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, we have George Clooney. Let me share this with you guys so you know what we're talking about. So it's not only, me watching it. So this is Oprah's Oprah Daily, right?
Okay.
And she has things you can blame on your hormones. And then you have George Clooney with his wife. Have to live the moment. I don't know who these people are. Oh, Oprah has a podcast.
Yeah, so she hasn't even been on Oprah's podcast talking
No.
about her show or talking about her life as a royal.
Yeah, here she's had really important people though. She's had the Kennedys and she had Bill Gates' wife and stuff like that. A lot of white women. Drew Barrymore, Gail King eating something very.
Mm.
Yeah, nothing. Oh,
That's
here's
interesting.
Megan. Here's Megan here.
Okay,
Finally,
yep.
there's news on Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand, and it's no longer called American Riviera Orchard, but instead named as ever. Tap the link in our bio to learn more about her venture, including a picture of her daughter Lilibet. And of
Where's
course, no,
where's no
there's
picture? There is no picture of her daughter in there.
this was absolutely clickbait.
But well, click the link. Is there a link?
Where in her
Just
bio?
what did didn't you just read that it said?
This says tap the link in our bio. So I'm gonna go here to Oprah Daily, um, where I was. I'm here. This is her bio. Which is her bio here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is her bio.
Click the link
There's no link under.
right there. Linkshop.me Oprah Daily. Yeah.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Well,
Okay.
what happens? Did you click it?
Yeah, it's here. It's basically it took me to another page, which is the same thing.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's not. Okay, I'll show you what it is. Okay, you want to see it?
Mm.
Absolutely great. So she has a picture. She takes you to O magazine. Here. Meghan Markle's brand American Riviera Orchard is now as ever. And she has that picture. Let's see if Lilibet is there. Hmm?
Where is the
I'm looking
picture?
for Lilibet. That
Oh, there's the picture. See, look.
neither of these are Lilibet. This little girl is like 6 or 7 years of age, and she's got brown hair. And this little girl is like about a year old.
Okay, so we're seeing that that's not her.
The-
Is
n-
that what you're saying?
okay, are you telling me that the girl here, this one that looks like 7, 8 years old with brown hair, and Megan's claim that she's got red hair is Lilibet?
Well, they're implying that the photo, that's what it says underneath the photo of Megan and her daughter on the background of
So is this Megan running
asever.com.
with Lilibet?
That's supposed to be.
Megan looks like she's a child, like I thought she was like a 7-year-old child. And this little girl now looks like she's 1.5 years old. She doesn't look like 3 or the big girl that they showed in that picture. Remember where they're all lying down?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be her, but this is what I'm talking about. Why do they always say, and there's a photo of the daughter? And then when you look, you're like, well, where is she? And it's like a hand. It's like the side of her face, a foot, something like a picture. You can't even tell who this is. I mean, that's so ridiculous to even say that there's a picture of the daughter because that's not a picture, right? Like you might as well just don't say anything.
I don't think Megan feels like apologizing to anybody because she thinks she's being wronged.
Yeah. And she's gonna keep that logo too.
Yeah, well, do you see it going anywhere?
Well, we know that as ever photography, right? As ever the clothing store in New York.
I don't I didn't know. So that's supposed to be Meghan Markle and that's supposed to be Lilibet at what, 1.5 years of age?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be.
But
No, wait a minute. She's not 1.5 now, is she?
she's 3.5. She's gonna be 4, and Archie's gonna be 6.
Okay, well, that could be her. I think it could
That's
be.
it, Pat. Have you seen the pictures like when Harry was carrying Lily? That little big girl was like,
I mean, I think it could be.
if that is an old picture when Lily was like a year and a half old.
Okay. Well,
Because if you look at the pictures of Megan when she's carrying Lily and, well, and Archie and that People magazine thing, Lily is half her body almost.
okay. Well, it's the deception of everything. So that's just, that's just how she is. Very deceptive.
Yeah, but I mean, and for me, I think that YouTube is leaving the comments on because they're going to use it as a tool to cancel the contract because the contract is up for renegotiation right now in March.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll just have to wait and see, but it definitely does not look good for her.
No.
Doesn't look good for her.
I saw the video you did yesterday about Megan being dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By the second or third or fourth source. Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
she's been dropped. You and I called last year and they couldn't find her in their computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people are confused. We were talking about this, Pat and I, that people are confused and think that they were signed by W and me, William Morrison Endeavor, since 2020. But that's not the case, right, Pat? They
Mm-hmm.
were signed by the Harry Walker Agency, which is an arm of WME, but not
Right.
WME directly.
Right.
Okay. And this is here. The Duke and Duchess, they plan here. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have signed with the speaking agency Harry Walker. The couple plan to give speeches on social issues such as racial injustice,
Yeah.
gender equality, environmental concerns, Mr. Private Airplane, and mental health.
So here's the thing. I think they're keeping them with the agency in that capacity because Harry has his ties to the royal family. And of course, that in a way does lend Meghan, right? So to that extent, she is still with them through that arm and with the Archwell Foundation. However, with Meghan and all the things that she's doing privately, I just don't think that they're still supporting, trying to help her elevate her personal brand. Why would they? Because Meghan has been very difficult to work with. There were two sources that backed up the information that I spoke about. Okay. So I believe that. And when you are in the industry of Hollywood and you have that kind of prima donna attitude, they don't have to put up with you. Really, they don't have. Do you know how many people are making money for the agencies that are more aligned to be just more well received by the agency? Why would they want to be there to help elevate somebody who is not even making the money and has a bad attitude? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but did they drop her because they signed her on 2023? Just Megan. Remember that they made that thing?
Yeah, yeah.
But now
2023.
they've dropped her. I mean, I saw your video yesterday. They dropped her and we've been speaking about it. And apparently they try to save face and say, no, we haven't. But then Harry hasn't been able to secure anything. Or have you heard of anybody securing anything at all?
Uh no, I think a lot of things. Well, I have heard about, she was, remember that Mike Zero guy talking about Carnival Cruise Line
Mhm.
and talking about, there was another one that she just lost too. And how also the test group, the test audience for her show As Ever was poorly received by the people that were watching it, the test audiences. And there was another, and oh, it was for like Capital One, like a credit card that they talked about her getting a contract with, and that has also gone. So she's had things that haven't been in. I guess this Mike Zero guy has inside information that's not with the normal journalists that we, follow. But the information that he has, I think there is somebody on the inside that knows these things. And that would make so much sense, wouldn't it? Because Megan, is trying to get all of these commercial deals. And I could see her 100% getting these deals and then losing them, and the brands just wanting to walk away from her because of her attitude, and looking at what had been written in Hollywood Reporter and in Variety. Was it Variety? The Daily Beast. Like, they do not want to be attached to somebody who is having that kind of negative publicity coming out in these mainstream magazine publications. She's just very toxic. And I think, depending on how this show does, which I'm not thinking is going to do well, it's going to be more fuel for these corporations to really be glad with their decision to walk away from her, you know?
I was wondering a little bit about that because you see because Megan,
Mhm.
guys, let's not kid ourselves. She thinks she's above everybody else. I don't see her signing with a cruise line because she would see it beneath her. I mean, apparently they have offered her a role in Suits, but she won't appear unless she is an executive producer, unless she gets paid $1 million per episode, and as long as she's allowed to direct and all kinds of things, right? So I
Mm.
don't see that happening anywhere. I mean, this woman only wants to work with the best. So a cruise line, I would think that she would see it as a step down.
I don't know that you think she would see it as I mean, if they're paying you millions of dollars, like, it was a pretty hefty sum. So you don't think that story is true? Is that what you're
I don't think
saying?
it's true. Yeah. I think, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying he's lying or anything like that. Honesty and Truth left you a 10-pound thing. It
Oh,
says,
thank
"Weird
you.
press is questioning Moon's bump. Royal family knew and must answer. Stupid that the RF don't know where two royal children are. The RF are obviously not concerned. No kids at all or not in their care."
Okay, so thank you, Honesty and Truth. And that is the thing. When the press starts talking about the baby bump and the legitimacy of these babies, hey, it's fair game now. And I think, just like that interview with Jason Knopf came out on 60 Minutes Australia, like, things are starting to leak. Stuff is starting to happen. And I think at some point there's going to have to be somebody that knows what happened, because you cannot fake something like this with just a few people knowing. Like, the royal family, just like Honesty and Truth said, they had to know who is the doctor that helped deliver this surrogate. I think it's a surrogate baby. Like, there is going to be information that is going to drop on this, and it's going to be all over. But I don't know. And then remember, wait a minute, but remember when that came out on Twitter at the time that said about Megan's birth, that they used a surrogate. That people were saying that was fake because it was on the
No, that
Princess.
wasn't fake. I was in Norway. I
Okay,
have it. I
okay, I
have
was
it.
yeah. So I wanted to ask you about that. So
I was in Norway and I remember I saw it and I'm like, what?
So you
And I,
saw it on you saw that on their actual feed.
yeah, I
So
saw
that's
it.
not
I done
fake.
a video. No. I done a
So they
video about
really
it.
did. So they really did say that on their
Let me
page.
put it here. Let me see if I can put it here because I had it. Because I mean, Henrik, you know that I'm not very techy, and back then I was just getting started, right?
Hmm.
So I put it out there, and I said, no, this is my wife did not deliver Archie. That's the wrong one. Let me put this one. That's the correct one here because I have this. I screenshotted it, you know. So and I asked Henrik, and then when I tried to retweet it, it was gone. Oh, here we
So
go.
how long was it up for? I wonder.
Less than I don't know. I don't know how long it was at for before I saw it, but after I saw it and I took a screenshot when I went, and then my son said, "Why don't you just retweet it, mom?" And I'm like, "Can I do that?" And he goes,
Mm.
"Yeah."
Okay. So
And
you
when I went
retweeted
to
it.
do it, it was gone. But I have it here. I'm just gonna
Okay, let's see
load it
it.
here. Yeah. It was real. I mean, and it said, and people were saying, "Oh, it said Frogmore Cottage." It was put around 3 in the morning, if I remember, because I wasn't sleeping back then. I was up listening to Yankee Wally, who always posts around that time. You know,
Hmm.
I'm just trying to get it. I just had it, and then so you can see it. And this is an actual screenshot. I'm not going by anybody else's. This is like
So
what?
so okay, so this is what I find interesting, because I did not know that about you, Paula. So you basically saw that tweet when it came up
And I
originally,
went and I reposted it everywhere.
and you reposted it. Okay.
'cause
So
when
why
I
are
couldn't
people saying it
find
was fake?
I don't know. When I couldn't find it, I thought, why can't I find it? And I was looking all over the place, and I even had Henrik's, my son looked for it, and she said they just took it down. I'm like, can they do that? And he said,
Okay.
yeah, mom, you can delete a tweet. Um, where was it? I just had it here. I was just reading it. I'm sorry about this, but I took a screenshot. Well, I didn't. My son did. Because I didn't even know how to do that. So he helped me do that, and then I posted it on X.
Oh,
Um,
thank you, Neely Ford, for your super sticker. Just saw that.
I'm not
Thank
seeing it because I'm looking for the. I'm sorry if I'm not on top of it because I'm looking for the
Here, I
tweet.
can find it too. Am I able to share on here too?
Yes,
Okay, I can find
because I
it.
sent it to you. I sent it to you a while ago. No, I have it. It's in my. I have it here. Here. I think no. This is Richard Bradford saying that his wife didn't. It's really gonna
Okay, I
drive.
found it. I have it. I have it. I have it. It was
Okay,
let me just save it.
and bring it to me.
Okay,
This is really insane.
so want me to send okay, let me
No,
just
just share it on screen like you're sharing on a screen.
oh, I
Yeah,
can share?
yeah.
I can present. Okay. Share
Share.
screen. Okay. Share screen. Okay, here we
It
go.
should appear here
Share.
already on my.
Okay.
That's the one. Oh no, but mine is the real one. Mine, I have
Oh,
the.
is this the fake one?
No. I'm saying like mine is from my screenshot. I can't vouch for those, but yeah, they seem to be real too because they're exactly like mine.
Okay, wait,
And
do you see what I'm okay, hold on. Do you see what I'm sharing right now where it
yeah,
says
yeah. I'm
oh,
showing
wait
it
a
like
minute, but I'm showing the close up of this. I'm not oh gosh. Hold on. Where is it?
yeah, you're just like me, guys. Sorry, this is what happens with two middle-aged women with technology. So you
Hold on one
You
second.
have
Let
to be
me
patient with us because we are trying to do our darn best here. We're technologically challenged. And
well,
this
this is
this is really bothering me because I just had it right now. Did I put it in the garbage by accident?
okay, I have it back now.
I don't
Okay,
have
hold on
any
one second.
empty trash.
Okay.
I need my
Okay. So I'm gonna pull it back up now. Okay.
mhm.
Okay, so that's the Google one.
I
Present
had I had mine here because you can see that I took a screenshot directly from my phone.
Google.
Um, let me see if this is Richard Bradford. This is the one from Richard Bradford.
Okay. You see that? It says Kensington Palace Surrogate tweet. Had anyone actually seen it? Okay, this was on Reddit. This is it. This is a public announcement.
I
The
mean,
Duke and Duchess of huh?
you have to share it. I'm still seeing the other, so you have to share the other one, the one that you're looking at while I'm looking for mine, because this is directly from my thing. My son screenshot it, and I think that at one point you could even see my name, but because I had my full name, I had put it on. Like I cut it because I didn't want people to at the time when I did it
Okay.
to see my name.
Oh, okay. So here we go.
Because I was just
Share.
starting that.
Okay, this is it. So this is a public announcement. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex used the services of a surrogate. We apologize. See, they wouldn't have that typo though. That
Yes, they
we,
do. They have had typos in the past, and they've corrected
they
them.
wouldn't by capitalizing the first letter of a sentence. They would do
They
that.
would have it if they're running it in a hurry.
So, so this is what
They
you
ha-
saw.
they have misspelled before, and then they be calling the press for that. There've been times when
Okay, but I'm asking, is this what you saw?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm gonna compare it because I
Oh,
have mine.
okay. You're gonna compare it to the one you have. Okay.
I have.
Because I can't imagine Kensington Palace putting up a tweet
I think it was very
and not
discriminatory.
capitalizing the W at the beginning of a sentence or putting a period at the end of the sentence.
I think it was a disgruntled employee who had access to the account and who just wanted
Oh,
to
okay.
to
Well,
get
that's a
even.
first. I haven't heard that.
What?
That it could have been maybe a disgruntled
But
employee.
you understand that they don't handle it's very few times that they do tweet themselves, right?
Yeah, I understand, but anybody working for them is going to put up a properly worded tweet.
No, they've done it in the past, and they've I remember once when they put the Her Royal Highness and it was misspelled. And there was another one. Let me see if this is the one. It's just that the letters are so small and I don't have my glasses. And I just found it and I was like, this is driving me insane.
So what? Okay, so
Let me just, keep talking, Pat. So,
Kensington Palace goes by. I know for the official accounts for William and
okay,
Catherine.
this is very important because back then the blue ticks were not given just to anybody. You had to be remember before the blue ticks, you had to be a verified account.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think this is the one. Let me see. Yes, it's
You
the one.
got it. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
stop
I'm
sharing.
gonna put it quick preview. You have yours there, right?
I just took mine down. Yeah.
You took yours down. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
found it. It's here. And if it looks a little bit blurry, it's because again I took a screenshot and then I didn't know.
So what did you think when you saw that?
I was like, what? Why would they have a surrogate? Because that, and immediately my mind went to, and this is what got me started, Pat. My mind
Okay.
went to, then if this kid comes from a surrogate, he can't be in the line of succession. That's where my mind went to. And that's what got me started in the whole thing
Mm,
when I
okay.
saw that tweet, to be honest, because I'm going like, okay, let me see, it's here. Okay, I'll share it right now. It's just so small. Okay, I'm gonna make it larger here. View, zoom in. You zoom in.
Yep, that's the one that I just showed.
Shit, yeah. It says Kensington, this is a public announcement. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex used the services of a surrogate. We apologize for any misunderstanding. And it was at 3:02 a.m. 06 May 19 Frogmore Cottage. So that's when they published it. At the time that they published it.
Okay. So that's what, to the point that I was trying to make. Things are starting to get leaked, and it won't be a secret forever. It can't be. I think she did use a surrogate. I really do. I just don't think she's somebody that carried the children. And even her brother, Thomas Jr., talked about what Trevor said, you know? So it makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense to me, you know?
And I think it was one of the, and I've done videos about this, that I think it was one of the staff members who wanted to get even with her, or they didn't want to be part of they wanted it to be some record of it. Because when I went looking for it, I
Mhm.
can't, because I wanted to leave a comment. I wanted to,
Mhm.
then if this kid, is born of a surrogate, he can't be in the line of succession. When I went back and I realized the magnitude of that tweet, it was gone.
Mhm.
And I
So,
looked.
okay. Do you what so Kensington Palace, I just want to look at their Twitter now to see how it looks now, cuz I really don't want to believe that this is real and it's not. I just want to make sure.
Well, that's what I saw. I can't
So that's
speak
what you
to what.
saw. Okay.
No, this is what I took from my own phone. And first I thought it can't be, but then again, I was in the account. I had gone because every morning I would get up and I remember I was listening to Yankee Wally because back then in Norway I couldn't sleep, so I would wake up and listen to Yankee Wally, and I would stroll,
Mhm.
through my phone, and then I saw that, and I'm like, what? And I'm like,
Mm.
because how you go into their accounts, right? You go and you go Kensington Palace, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Then I thought, I can't be the only one who saw that. And sure enough, immediately, like later on, there were everybody saw it.
Mm. And then how long was it up for? Like how
Well, when I saw it, it was about 5 in the morning in Norway, right? And then
Mhm.
as I was getting ready, Henrik was getting ready to go to school, to high school, and then I saw it. And I'm like, and then I said, how can I see it? And I remember then I grabbed Henrik's phone to take a screenshot, a screen of that thing, because I didn't know how to take screenshots, right? And then my
Mhm.
sister came and said, Mom, you can take your own screenshots, so he just did it, and then I had it there, and then I got busy and stuff like that, and then giving my son breakfast and stuff, and then I said, and then I sat down, it's like, shit, if this guy if this kid was born of a surrogate, he can't be in the line of succession because the rules are still apply. So I went back into the account and I was looking for it, like looking for it and looking. I couldn't find it. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
wait until Henrik came back from school. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, can you help me find it? Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't find it anymore. And that's when he told me that they can delete them, that people could delete tweets.
So, and the palace has never addressed this.
Never. But I wasn't the only one who saw it because that day everybody
Mm-hmm.
started publishing it.
So that's okay. So a lot of people saw it, and that's so. So that explains a lot, because I just thought, someone something, created some fake tweet and said that and put it on the internet.
Oh no. I mean, I posted mine, the one I took.
So you posted. So
I
would
didn't
yours
post it.
would yours still be there then?
I don't know because remember they suspended my account for a while.
Oh, okay. Well, you should go back. Did they bring up the same stuff that you had?
Well, a lot of stuff had been removed from my account.
Oh,
For example, the one when I posted things that people would immediately say they would take it down because they said it was racist. When I said, why aren't there any more black relatives of Meghan at that wedding? That post was taken down by by Twitter, saying that it was racist.
okay. So the people that did share it, I'm
I just
wondering
want
if
to
it
say
was.
something, Pat. I just want to say something because I saw this. Sharon Wright, I hope you're still in the chat, sweetie. Because it says that leaving your chat, I don't need to be challenged or called rude for my opinion. This is America, free speech. Of course you are, and I urge everybody to be respectful. And we
Oh,
know we're here to have a conversation and we shouldn't be calling or,
what
we
if
should be,
someone say to her?
I don't know, because, I've been trying to find that bloody tweet.
Oh,
So I hope that people, I hope that people understand that we have different points of views and stuff like that, but we're here to have a good time, entertain you guys, and give you. We're not Megan. You're able to leave comments on Megan's platforms.
mm-hmm.
So if you're doing that, respect other people's there, respect the people who are giving you the chats and stuff like that, and contribute positively to things.
Oh, my
So
friend Michelle. Thanks, Michelle. The Royals are taking us for a ride. Okay, I can. That's another conversation. But I hear you, Michelle. My love. I stayed with Michelle when I was in England. She took such good care of me and my friend JD. So kind. Her and Jan. And Richard Edwards, thank you for your super sticker as well.
everybody's what I wanted to say, and I want to show you this because I don't know if you've seen this article.
Okay.
Well, we have to talk about the visa because
Okay.
part of the thing that Harry said is that he's no longer political, that
Oh,
he's not red or blue,
okay.
that he has never, because he was born into a life of service, PDina.
Mm-hmm.
He's born
Yeah.
into a life of self-service. Did you hear his speech? Part of his speech.
I heard some of it. I heard some of
Where
it.
he says that he was born into a life of service, and because of that, he knows what it's to serve, and that he doesn't vote because his royal upbringing, it was like always to be apolitical. He should have thought about it before him and his Yankee wife were trashing the current president
He's
for
not
stuff that meant.
apolitical. Yeah, thank you, Michelle, again for your super sticker. My friend Michelle, she's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand Harry. He is a hot mess. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. That woman got him all screwed up in the head. He still thinks he's a prince. Okay. And he's in America. I mean, like, go figure. How can you be in America and think you still a prince, huh? You're not a prince, okay? You done turned into a frog. That woman got you going around like a frog, because I'm sorry, it's just not happening for you here in America. It's just not.
This
Harry.
man is clinging to that.
Yeah.
Let me show you that because I think I have it here, the media. I have it here, my media.
Okay.
With the big screen that he has in the background,
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Wait, let me wait, here. I'll share it with this guy so you guys can hear what this idiot is saying.
Oh, yeah, Harry's going to be getting audited by DOG Dodge.
You think
Yeah.
so?
That's what someone said in the comments.
Mm.
Hey. Maybe.
How do we invest in our shared future to solve the challenges we face today as a divided society? Now, as a dad, this has me constantly looking for solutions. And as a man who was born into a life of service, I recognize that with power and a platform comes huge responsibility. And these days, I'm determined to find and invest in solutions. How do we invest in our
Okay, first of all, you don't know anything about responsibility, because if you did, you would not have written that book Spare. You would not have gone on Oprah. You would not have even married that woman that you say is your wife. You would not have done these things if you were to take your position responsibly. Not falling for it, Harry. I mean, this man, he is just speaking out the side of his face. It's a bunch of malarkey. And he should never be in front of a crowd speaking, because he does not live by the things that he says. If he did, his butt would not be living in America. As a prince, he would be living over in the United Kingdom, where it means something. If you want to live as a regular person, take away that title that you have and just go get a job and pay your bills, and stop trying to be royal while living in America. Like, that's a bunch of nonsense. I can't even stand to hear him talk and try to walk around looking so confident, like he's speaking these words of wisdom. Like, go sit your butt down and go kick some rocks. Ain't nobody listening to you. Like, really, who is the person going, oh yeah, Harry, you know what? That's, yeah. Like, who is that person that's listening to Harry and really taking his advice in a meaningful way? That person doesn't exist. Okay, I'm sorry. They don't exist.
It's like Megan trying to teach us, give us tips on lifestyle. This yachter, this yachting girl who was like a D-list mattress actress, couldn't make it anywhere, but she's gonna give us lifestyle, and Mindy Kaling. Oh my God, I've been to so many amazing events, but being in your presence is just, I was like,
yeah, I know, just ridiculous. I'm sorry, people. This is the problem I think Harry and Meghan have. Speaking of all the problems that they do have, this is one of them. You haven't had to go through any struggle. You haven't had to go through any hardships for people to really buy into the words that you're saying, because you haven't experienced life in a way that people can look at your hardships and identify and relate to you. You've had a very cush life. You've had a very privileged life. You have so many expectations of what you say is what you should get, and no one's ever told you no. And so when you try to say these things and try to make yourself sound so empowered and a voice of reason, we laugh in your face, because you haven't gone through things that make you feel like you need to come down and humble yourself. Because ask yourself this: have they ever apologized for anything that they have done? No. What they do is they blame people. This is why people can't take them seriously, because they don't come they don't come to people and say, I should not have done that, or this was a mistake, I'm sorry. What they do is they blame other people, meaning they don't take responsibility for their own actions. But they want to preach to the world about responsibility and leadership and all these things that they can't even identify with, because they don't even do the most basic of things that you do when you do have these kinds of character ways about you that make you seem credible. Talk about your flaws, talk about the mistakes that you've made. Stop blaming other people for things that you have done. And this is why I think people just can't listen or go to what he is saying in a way that's meaningful, because it just comes off very hollow. It comes off very tone deaf. And they look, especially Harry. I mean, I just hate to watch. Don't you just hate watching him try to walk around on the stage, pulling up his pants and making himself look so important? It's like, it's like a dweeb.
Is that he lectures.
Yes.
Condescending and lecturing.
Very condescending.
And this is what the People magazine said. Prince Harry talks fatherhood and why he's never voted in surprise LA appearance. We just saw that this man had a huge billboard behind him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it says the Duke of Sussex, always the titles, surprised the crowd at the Upfront Summit in Los Angeles, for which he got paid allegedly $250,000. This man is looking uglier and uglier by the minute. I am sorry, but that is not the face of a happy man. And you know, sometimes your outer appearance reflects your inner
Inner.
tone.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is what he kind of said, p-dina, because I did a video about this yesterday. I felt like I wanted to go in this thing and punch it. I am here to talk about something that I believe will resonate with such word salad with all of you as leaders, because he was there with a bunch of real high achieving people
Mm-hmm.
who paid a lot of money there. He wasn't the only one there. Builders and change makers. How do we invest? Invest is the key feature because he's looking for money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In our shared future to solve the challenges we face today as a divided society. And then he goes as a dad, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then this is the most, he says, Harry noted that he has to remind people that he was royally brought up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gives him a unique apolitical perspective on most subjects. Hell, I've never even been allowed to vote. That is a myth. They can vote, they just can't make their preferences public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have to be neutral.
He says
quiet.
that they can't say it. He explained that service to other has always been his main keystone when attempting to build a better world. And then Pat, look at this. This is something that I want you to explain to me because I didn't really quite understand it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's true from Nigeria to Nepal. Let's not forget Keiki. And from Sydney, where Meghan threw a hot tea to a woman, to Santa Barbara, where she has bullied every staff, allegedly. Harry's
Mm-hmm.
there. It is the same approach I've taken in founding charities like the Invictus Games Foundation. You didn't found that foundation. It was your brother and the royal. We know that.
Right.
But look, he's being very Meghan, isn't he?
Very Megan. She probably wrote it for him.
Yeah. That supports and rehabilitates wounded and injured, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, including all under the umbrella of protecting our collective mental health. You're affecting my mental health, you idiot. And then it goes like, this is the thing. The Duke of Sussex continues. He's looking for investment. The way that I answer the question of how we invest in our shared future is different now living in the US to when I was living in the UK. Why? Because in the UK, he was not monetizing charitable work.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't using it as his income.
Exactly. He was a patron on behalf of the royal family to do good and actually raise funds for these charities when they associated themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I moved, so much of my life revolved around charity, but he didn't do it.
Right.
Since then, while my charities remain a core part of my life's work, I've also been focusing on upstream solutions and prevention, driven by decisions and investments to address problems before they require fixing. Still, I've approached everything in my life through the lens of service.
Oh, shut up.
But the thing is, so he basically, what was the name of this guy, Nostradamus, Pat? The guy that could see the future and prevent things from, before they happen?
Nostradamus? Yeah.
He's saying that he's going to fix a problem that's not even there.
Okay. Like what, Harry? What you going to fix? We're waiting.
And this is where I think he's trying to appeal now to Trump. I am not one to be caught in the divide between left or right views. Not cornered by I believe in blue or red, he added. I've never even allowed to vote. I've never been allowed to vote. This is from me, him distancing himself from the Biden administration.
Yeah. So, Harry just needs to shut his mouth. Like, he needs to seriously just shut up. I mean, why are you going to come to our country and give us a bunch of word salad on the foundation of not really having any important stance here in our country. Like, what do you do that's meaningful to Americans, but make us feel like we shouldn't like the real royals? Like, what value does he bring? You know, he would have meaning if he had a good relationship with his family, because we love the royal family here in America. That's royalty. We don't want none of this fake stuff, this perpetration and this fraud of a royal in our country. We can't identify with this man because who he is not substantial enough, because he has distanced himself from true royalty. So I don't understand why he thinks we should listen to him. He doesn't have the backing of the country that he comes from or the royal family. He's not an extension of that which he comes from anymore. He's trying to distance himself from that. He doesn't want anything to do with that anymore. So
Well,
why do you?
he doesn't want to have anything to do with the working part, but he still wants to use the titles, because in this thing he reminds everybody he's a prince and he's royal.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything that you're a prince and that you have a title. Like, Americans hear you say that the Duke of what? The Duke of Sussex? Like, what does that mean? You know, really, we don't know what these titles mean. We just hear, oh, that's fancy. But there's no meaning that we go, oh, the Sussex and the dukes and the duchesses of these countries, and they do this and they mean, like, that doesn't have any real true meaning, really. You know, so I just think, you know, we know princesses from the Disney movies, and so we see Catherine and William.
Remember when Meghan lost her voice, but she got it back?
Yeah, she got her voice back. You know, we can relate in that kind of way, but oh my goodness,
And this is very interesting. I want to ask you this because, for example, you and I work with charity, right? So, for example, when we talk about it, we say we've done this or we've done that, right? I don't say I saw somebody else do it. But listen to this. From my institutional role traveling the world to my decade of duties in the military, I saw the power of serving others firsthand. It doesn't say I work with others. Because of course he never did. It was always the team. It was always the monarchy. It was always the royal family. It was always the aides. He was just the figurehead. This is why he saw the power. He didn't say I was part of a group of people, you know, and I know how it feels to serve others firsthand. And then he said, my personal experiences overseas taught me that when you put others first, you build stronger, more sustainable system. That's true from Nigeria to Nepal and from Sydney to Santa Barbara. But he doesn't say my personal experience in being involved.
Right.
So he's very sneaky the way he words things, because if you just read it like that, you think, oh, this guy has been involved. No. My personal experience when he used to travel representing the Queen, guys, that's what he means by that.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. When he was around 19, I think it was when he first got out of college, university, or he had this gap year. I can't remember when it was. I'm sorry.
He didn't go to university.
I'm sorry. When didn't he go to Eton?
Yeah, but they cheated and they allowed it. They there was a huge scandal. But
he still went to university.
Yeah, he graduated, but because they cheated and they gave him the minimal grade he needed to enroll in the military and to pass.
Yeah. So he did work with these children in Africa, and I remember seeing him, and that's when he met Kiki, because I talk about Kiki. And I could tell that he was moved by the things that he saw, and it was very hands-on. He did do a lot of the real work when he was there, but I don't think that has carried him on, those experiences. I think he's just kind of grown out of that, because I don't see him doing that as an extension. Like, he doesn't still do it. His support is very, like you're saying, superficial and not really hands-on. And
he abandoned Kiki.
He what?
He abandoned Kiki, don't you?
Yeah, he abandoned her, and he promised that he was going to take care of her and her college and university. And now he has done absolutely nothing for this little girl who he said he created. What's the name of the charity? Starts with the S.
Vale.
What?
Centevale.
Yes, he created Centevale. He was motivated to create it because of her story. But he has yet to do anything to show what he has done
Okay.
for
For
her.
those of you who don't know, I'll share this story right now. Okay.
Yes, it's a very important story and so heartbreaking.
Living on 82 cents a day, the girl who inspired Prince Harry's charity. I'm going to show you the picture, right? That's the picture that made headlines the world around because they compared him to Princess Diana.
Hmm. And he was really touched. I saw the video.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was, keep in mind that whenever Harry got in serious trouble, Buckingham Palace would send him to places like these. And they would make deals with the press not to publish the serious thing. And then he would go and you would see only these good news that you're seeing. This is why a lot of crap that he did was never shown. I am sure he was moved. Okay. Now, this little girl, this is the little girl that Miss PDina is referring to. It was the moment that inspired Prince Harry. By the way, Centevale means forget me not, which were Princess Diana's favorite flowers. That's why that organization is called like that. It was the moment that inspired Prince Harry to follow in his mother's footsteps and help Africa's forgotten aid victims. Cradling, is that cradling or cradling?
Cradling.
Cradling the 10th-month-old Kiki. This is the little girl that Pidina is talking about. And you've done a fantastic video about it. In his arms, the 19-year-old prince appeared close to tears as he was told of the dreadful ordeal she had suffered. The baby had been raped and tortured by her stepfather, who believed a witch doctor myth that sex with a virgin, however young, would cure him of HIV. In a TV documentary filmed during Harry's first encounter with the little girl 5 years ago, he despaired of her plight. I held her in my arms, he said. She couldn't move. She had no expression, no laughing, no crying, nothing at all. It almost seemed as though she knew what happened. At the time, the prince was more renowned for his nightclub antics, but galvanized by Kiki's ordeal, he decided to set up a charity to help the children of Lesotho, one of the poorest kingdoms in Africa. He named it Centevale, meaning forget me not, in memory of Princess Diana. He also vowed to support Kiki in her growing up, her education, and everything. 5 years after that emotional proceeding, the Daily Mail has tracked down the little girl who stole his heart and discovered that sadly her tragic story has a far from happy ending. Okay, that she was basically sequestered and put like in a foster care while she had family, which is wrong, right?
Yeah.
So then they let her go to the family. It was hoped she would have a better life with them than an institution. Kiki was taken to live with her grandmother deep in the Lesotho mountains and at a treacherous 11-hour journey away from the capital Maseru by bus and on foot. Now she's been raised there with 3 of her siblings on her grandmother's pension of 82 cents a day. Her 72-year-old grandmother claims that promises by Centevale staff to provide food and supplies and medicine because she has a HIV have not been kept and laments that there is not enough money for even basic essentials such as a bar of soap. That means Kiki has to go to school dirty, which is not good. At school, Kiki, who is now 6, is so hungry that she struggles to concentrate in class. Harry, now 25, is disturbed by her pitiful existence. Last night, a source close to the prince said, it's a very frustrating situation. He goes, Kiki's not an orphan, and therefore it is for her family to decide where she should live. What does that have to do with him helping her?
Right. That has nothing to do with it. He needs to fulfill the promise that he gave to this little girl, and he has yet to do it. So spare us your words of encouragement when you can't even live by even the words you speak. Like, give us a break, Harry.
Yeah, because the deal wasn't to take her away from her family. What kind of deal is that? He said Centevale is a charity and can't just storm in there and whisk her away from them. Why would they need to take their kid
Exactly.
from there?
Help that girl and her family.
And you know what happened afterwards? It was found out that Centevale actually had an office like 7 blocks from where she lives. And after this article was aired, Centevale went and gave her like $30 or like 30 pounds or something like that.
And this was how many years ago?
I'll tell you when this article came out. Let me see this article. When did this? This is October 2009.
Yeah. So,
and then it gets worse. It gets worse. You know, it says, After what happened to her, she needed to find her roots and develop. They're trying to turn it around.
Yeah.
And then they go, Prince Harry and Chelsea Davy have confirmed that their on and off romance is back on track by appearing
And that
publicly.
has nothing to do with the article. I'm like, what does that have to do with the article?
They put it so people forget about this. That's how they do it, Pat.
I'm just disgusted with Harry. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but I think when you know better, you should do better, right? Like,
But they're trying to make it, we're not going to sequester. There was never a talk of sequestering people. You can help them like Prince William is doing, or the monarchy, or even Prince Philip of Edinburgh when he had his award. You can help the family.
right. And then think about the Baka people right now. It's like they're empty words. And this is why when I see Meghan and Harry trying to make all this money, trying to get these deals, trying to really get over on your titles and your positioning within the royal family, like, you are hypocrites. You can't even help out the most vulnerable. How do you expect us to listen to what you're saying about your service? What service? Like, your service should not have your background telling us that you have yet to fulfill promises that you made when you were younger. Like, you're in a position to do something about this. It's not like you're destitute on the street. Like, you have the money, the means to take care of this little girl, and the power to do something about what's happening to the Baka people. But people don't understand what is actually happening. And these words I like, why do people put them on the stage to say anything? Why do they get to say anything? Because people that are in these positions of leadership should know the background of the people that they are giving permission to speak on their stages. Like, they should not be giving him this opportunity to say anything. Go do something about the things that you said you were going to do to show that you mean what you say. You don't mean it.
The first promises he made. This is why when he says, "Oh, I promise," I'm like, go sit down in a corner, dude. This is the sentence that I wanted to ask you, because this has me completely confused, Pat. And I swear to you, it's not my English. I've spent the last 5 years, sometimes publicly, but primarily quietly, investing in companies that align with my values and vision of a better tomorrow. That means censorship. And we know that they gave money to corrupt Democrats. Companies that understand the power and significance of service. This is the one that really gets to me. He shared, noting a commitment to causes supporting mental fitness to carbon sequestration, early education to veteran empowerment. What the hell is carbon
employment
sequestration?
Wait a minute. Yeah, what is carbon sequestration? Wait.
I know exactly. He shared, noting a commitment to, maybe somebody on the side chat can help us. Because to me, carbon sequestration means like the environment. And him and his wife are Mr. and Mrs. Private Airplane.
Okay, so here, let me just
Can you Google what carbon
I
sequestration
just did. It
means?
means a natural or artificial process by which carbon dioxide is removed from the atmosphere and held in solid or liquid form.
Oh, that means the environment. That means like gas emissions. That's it. Like when you fly by airplane and stuff like that. Basically, that's you cleaning the atmosphere and there's also projects. For example, I worked with a couple of projects like these. That, for example, you know how some countries throw a lot of pollution. So what they do is they make sure that in other parts of the world, trees are not cut in order to compensate. This is why, for example, Elton John was saying, "I'll plant 10,000 trees for going in my airplane."
Okay.
That's, for example, one of the ideas on some parts of the country. But I didn't understand what what.
Okay, so in simple terms, soil carbon sequestration is the action of transporting the carbon found in our atmosphere into the soil with plants as a medium. But to understand it fully, we need to understand that what carbon sequestration really means and why it is necessary. So carbon is an energy currency that sustains life on Earth. It can be found as a building blocks of living things, both in flora and fauna, as a gas in the air, dissolved in water, in the oceans and water bodies, and lastly, stored with complex compounds of decomposed materials in the soil. Okay, so this has something to do with like this the kind of science where you have to really understand how to harvest these things, and this is like a word that explains how you do that. You harvest this energy, as I'm assuming.
I have no clue. I have looked at it. I've asked people, and
Amount of carbon.
I don't
It
understand
goes from
it.
one place form to another regular, and it's what is called. So they say that there's all this carbon on the earth that that moves around from one place to another, and that's called like a carbon cycle. And it's a natural phenomenon that makes life possible on the earth. So I
Well,
guess you're taking the effects of this carbon and let me see, it's the release of plants. The latter is main principle behind carbon sequestration. So something to do with the soil, carbon sequestration in soil. So I guess that's something that he learned about, but I mean, to your point about him flying, yeah, like what is he doing about trying to fix what he's doing when he's creating
okay, I
issues
got it.
around
I
flying?
got it. In the simplest of terms, carbon sequestration is the process of capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide, which is
That's what
in
I
other
just,
terms,
yeah,
is
what
the
I just
garbage. Imagine that you have garbage in the atmosphere.
and
It
you're,
is
yeah.
one method of reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere with the goal of reducing global climate change. Well, then you should stop
Mhm.
flying those freaking airplanes.
Right. Do
That's
something about the problems you're creating in the atmosphere with your, your flying, your emissions that you're creating every time you fly privately when you don't have to. Right.
yeah,
But yet here he is speaking about it on the stage, but yet doing absolutely nothing about the problem that he's causing, but telling other people we need to solve this problem. Right.
I'm sorry about that, Disco. We all are. We all are. If we have to take a hit for the team, you have to take it with us. And okay, and I want to show you something, Pat. Are you
Hmm.
sitting down?
Yes, girlfriend, I am sitting down. I just shared a picture of Otis on my Facebook. That's him looking at me right now.
Do you want to see something?
Yeah.
Here, let me show you something before.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could keep her like that the whole day. You know, you've seen that devil. She's with that devil. I adopted. Here we go. Are you sitting down, Pat?
Yes, 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 yes.
Royal divorce. This is Radar Online. A royal divorce bombshell. Meghan Markle is sleeping apart from husband Prince Harry. Then what the hell were those kisses at Invictus?
So this is what I know you sent this to me. I'm doing my video tomorrow about this article.
And how public pressure has left their marriage hanging by a thread. No. In 2022, I shared that Meghan Markle was quietly looking for deals. But what do you, should we read it? Should you read it, Pat? Or Meghan Markle?
Mhm.
Read it.
I'm doing my video tomorrow on it, but it's telling us what, right? Like exactly everything that we saw at Invictus, them kissing on each other was for show. It's for trying to show there's no
Yeah.
problem.
I'm just going to say something. Okay. She says that as backlash has gotten under the Duchess' skin so much, she's sleeping apart from her husband and wondering whether or not she would be more popular on her own. So to me, this is typical narcissistic. They withhold personal affection. To me, I think Harry doesn't even want to touch this woman, right? But
Mhm.
the fact is that she thinks that she would be more popular on her own. The fact that she thinks that Harry is harming her brand.
Right, as the delusion in her head.
That's how I got from it when I read that. I'm like,
Yes. Hey, thank you, Sassy Madeline.
I'm
Can I just say something really quick
I'm
because this is
looking around, Pat. I'm looking around, and it's like I said, am I reading English correctly here?
right, exactly. Because to what Michelle said earlier and what someone else just said, Judy Holiday. Yes. So the royal family, this is, I think, the problem that a lot of people are feeling now. They're getting ready to turn their backs on the royal family in general because, and you said it before, Paula, that they're still covering for Harry. Like they're
Yeah.
still trying to help this man because they know he's in a world of hurt when the divorce starts to, happen. But I don't think that includes William. I really don't. But I do believe it involves the king and other members of the royal family. So I think that royal family, it would behoove them to really distance themselves from Harry because Harry's going to come crawling back when he's going to start feeling the hurt of this separation, this divorce that's coming. And a lot of people are going to turn their backs on the royal family, I think, and the king. That's what I think.
You know what? I think so too, Pat. I think one thing too, because I thought about it, and when I read this article, two things dropped in my head. I was like, the- so Harry, a prince, prince of the British monarchy, the one that got her from the D-list goddardom of yacht hood girl, Scankhood, or whatever she comes from. He is harming her
Her.
when everybody wants to hear him and not her. But number two, it shows that if she's not sleeping with him and she thinks that it's because being famous is more important than being in a loving relationship and having a family.
Right. Right.
That's what I take from that. Because why would you, if you're happily married, you have everything in your life, you're living in a mansion, you have two beautiful children, and your first role is to be a mom and a wife to this one. What was it? To the other one, to this one. What was that she said? Then why would she be withholding sex from Harry? Well, I'm sure it's a benefit to him, but still, because, and then thinking that he's harming her brand, and why would that keep her awake at night if her first role and most important one is to be a mother and the wife?
Right. Yeah. That's a very good point. Because you know why? Because she didn't marry him for love. She didn't marry him for
Are
all
you
these things.
sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Heart. Are you
I'm
sure?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't for love, girlfriend. No, no, no. She
Breaking
married this
news.
man to take him for a ride.
First breaking news. You heard it here first. Mary didn't marry Harry for love.
Yeah, she did not marry him for love, folks, and we all know it. And she's not fooling anybody. She's not fooling anybody.
But but she said that Harry, when she saw him, it's just like, is he nice? All I needed to know, is he nice?
Is he nice? No, I didn't look him up. I didn't look him up. All I needed to know from him, he told me. I wouldn't need to look him up. I wouldn't need to Google him.
Oh my
Girl, you
God.
are.
I mean, in the fact, I mean, I have to ask you something. In the United States, when she said that crap, was there any backlash?
Not really, because
You see, this is what bothers me. This is what bothers me, Pat, that there's no backlash.
Right. I think that's why people just don't want nothing really to do with her. I think this is why you don't see her really in a close relationship with Oprah. Let's see who's going to be on her show. Like once we see all the episodes from this show as ever, or I mean this With Love Megan show, that's going to be the defining factor of information we need to understand her position in the Black community. Because if she tries to show up and surprise people with Black people, like real regular Black people, like just like some friends that she might have, okay, that's going to be a story, because then they're going to try to embrace and help her and support her. But if none of them show up, then they've even abandoned her. Because if she would need anybody, especially celebrities, this is the time that she would actually need them to help her get the show off to a good start. And if they don't show up and show out for her, it's a wrap, folks. It's a wrap. Okay?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Let's just listen a little bit about this. I sent you this clip, Pat, but let me just put myself on mute so it doesn't have an echo. Let me.
Okay. Okay.
Story headline this could be about, or a person it could be about. And I'm going to read this comment that came from People Magazine on one of their articles.
Okay.
So this comment on People Magazine says, well, another ridiculous name. Time to fully monetize the children too, making a full career out of zero accomplishments. What story do you think this is about? Or person?
Kardashians.
Yeah, that's where I went to as well.
So your first guess is wrong. Would you like to guess again?
Who else could this potentially... A name. Okay, so a bad name. Read it again.
Well, another ridiculous name. Time to fully monetize the children too, making a full career out of zero accomplishments. Hit by the tabloids a lot.
Denise Richards.
No. Well, you had your chance.
Kanye.
This is a comment left on a story titled Meghan Markle renames lifestyle brand America Riviera Orchard to As Ever.
I saw this morning.
Yeah.
How did I... Oh.
How did I not think? I don't know. So this article came
You
out
like Meghan Markle, don't you?
No.
about
Okay.
your girl, Meghan Markle. She renamed her orchard because it just seemed that she was, what she said, limited.
Was it her actual... Fuck off. I'm so sick of her.
Like,
Okay,
she's trying
continue,
to
sorry.
be like a white Oprah with the orchards in
No,
Montecito.
she's trying to be the Black Gwyneth Paltrow.
Can't.
She said she was black, didn't she, as well?
Yeah, I remember she called the royal family racist because you know people confuse her for Beyonce all the time.
Her show's coming out soon. Go
So
on,
less than a
continue,
year
sorry.
after she debuted this orchard, she has rebranded this to be a lifestyle brand. So
See,
when she
Goop?
was making products and other things, and also the delay of the, obviously title we talked about for Netflix, this came at an appropriate time.
Just you saying like launching of an orchard, or what did you say? What was the word?
Lifestyle brand.
Yeah, it's
Goop.
It's too much.
It's her Goop.
It is a goop.
But like we did Goop and then we did Poosh, and then I mean
As Ever.
I can't anymore.
mean,
But
Goop
like,
is killing
does
it.
anybody who's like, yeah, let me read Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand website.
I know some mothers from the Southern Belt who would probably take a read, but I wouldn't necessarily myself.
Who
Does she have a website, like a lifestyle-y website?
She used to have the TIG, remember?
Yeah, and
You
she shut
told
that
me this,
down when
yes.
she had met Harry,
Correct.
and
Who
then
she'd never heard of before. That's what she claims, not me.
I just
her words.
Just stop with that.
And that's the end of my fun game. Thank you for playing.
I actually liked that game. But wait, that was it with Meghan Markle?
Yeah, she just renamed it. And so not everyone's very happy with the name change. They're like, okay, like the name is horrible. Some are saying like As Ever. The original name, people looking at it when
What
they're
was
looking
the original name?
American Riviera Orchard. They had a bunch of things like obviously
And
potentially
what's it called
printed
now again?
As Ever.
Let's just
Now
move on
it's
to the
called
next
As
thing.
Ever.
We need to stop talking about this.
It's bad. Well, I mean, I get why she changed the name originally. It was very like white supremacist. Was that why she changed it?
I don't know.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Right?
You're not wrong, yeah.
But, like,
But the new one is terrible.
What was it called? The Confederate what?
American Riviera Orchard.
There's our social clip of the week.
Confederate what?
Anyway, let's hop
But
on.
what
to
does
some...
ever after mean? Wasn't that a Drew
She
Barrymore
has like
movie?
flags like coming off the trees. Like
Don't.
I don't.
And it's
okay,
her,
it's too
and
much.
Ask
she's
Ryan
wearing
Reynolds and
crown.
Blake Lively about their plantation.
Oh my God, they are hysterical. They are so
I was
funny.
seeing myself when I was watching.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh
like
my
it's
gosh.
named her orchard, and they're being very sneaky there, like being very funny about it. And it's like, oh my,
Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. So her show comes out on Tuesday, right? Her
yeah, I'm gonna
show-
do it live. I mean, we're gonna make everybody watch it with me.
So so here's the thing. Megan, we all knew that I'm probably nervous about all of this with the show coming out and everything. Can you imagine what is happening with her and Harry? Like, this is a make or break for everything for them. Because if this is not a success, what happens to this marriage and them living in?
Hello,
Oh,
Hello?
what happened?
are you here?
Did you hear me?
No. What happened? Tell me.
Oh no, I was just saying this is such a defining moment. Thank you, MD, for your super sticker. This is such a defining moment for this marriage. Not only is it the defining moment whether or not she's going to have the support of the Black community, but for the marriage, what is happening on the inside because this is your make or break for everything that you have built up to coming to California, right? I mean, like, this
Well,
is
not
it.
really. She thought she was gonna be working.
Well, that's what I'm
She thought
saying.
she was
She's
gonna be working in A-list movies. She even thought she was gonna be in the in the Avengers.
not.
She thought she was gonna be in the Avengers. Don't you remember that guy?
Yes.
You know, if she had said she was gonna be in Star Trek, I would have revolted there because
Do
you don't
you
mess around with
know if she would have showed her butt up in some Star Trek? Was it Star Trek? Or what
no,
was
but
it?
no, she said that the rumors were that she was going to be one of those heroes in the Avengers, and she only wanted to work with A-list
Meghan
director.
Markle, go sit your go sit your butt down, girl. You're not going to be working or doing any of these things.
So
I
I don't
mean,
think the cooking show, and going back to this, is
yeah,
what she
it's
had in mind, Pat. This is what she's left with, which is
this is it. This is everything that it comes to. I mean, you think, let's just go back to when they were in the royal family. They were going to leave the royal family, March of 2020. Here we are, the big buildup, the big day to their forever success in America on Tuesday. What?
Well, Meghan's success, because Harry's not part of it. Remember
Well,
that.
Meghan's success, everything that she had been conniving, everything that she had been like the secret, what we're doing, I'm going to have this show, and we got to deal with Netflix. Nobody knows. It's coming down to this now. Can you believe?
What a step down, huh?
And what a step down that you're so average. You're doing what other people are doing.
Less than average.
I mean, you have
people
less
around me
people have moved into the royal family with titles, but yet you want to go to Hollywood and be like every other person with a cooking show and inviting in guests and just doing what pretty much a named person can do. But
I'm sorry,
you were
the comments are on fire.
she
From
was in
freedom
such
fight to ship flight.
she was in such a unique position of royalty. My goodness, she does not even understand how far she has fallen. I mean, just look at her now, and now they will never welcome her back. Never. She doesn't have I mean,
Who's gonna welcome her back?
like anybody in the UK or the royal family, nobody will ever welcome her back if she ever said, I'm sorry, I want to go back. No.
What are the odds that she's gonna have Doria? Okay, tell me. Do you think she's gonna, because she's gonna feel, because Doria thinks so? Do you we all remember that clip when they were in London and Doria accompanied them and she dare ask a question to Meghan?
Oh yeah, Meghan's head turned over like Satan.
Yep, just about.
She was just like, and then you saw it on the video when she did the As Ever trailer, the most recent one, where she looked at the guy. He was talking about some music, some steel music or something he was saying. Did you see the look in this woman's eye when she was looking at him? And I'm like, you had the nerve to release that as a sneak peek? You looking like Satan with your eyes just roll back in the top of your head? Like, why did you look like that? Do you know the look I'm talking about?
Yes, I am.
You need to pull that up, Paula. You need to pull that up, because I
don't
know
where it is. I don't know where it is. So, when Meghan saw it, it's like,
okay.
If you have it,
I'm gonna find it.
I made a joke. I was making a joke here in Latin America. You know what sulfur is?
Yeah.
So, sulfur is associated with the devil, right?
Oh yeah.
So here, for example, there's a saying in Spanish. I'm gonna do my best to translate it to English. I said something in English in my thing, and he said, "Oh, to your charity, thank you, Chela, for donating to mine and PDina's charity, guys. By the
thank
way,
you
guys, for having help with the fundraiser. You made PDina cry, which I hadn't seen ever in my life, and you guys."
So we did so well that we're going to have it as a series for the rest of the year.
Yes, we're gonna help
PDina
raise funds for her charity, and she's doing actual work. But
let me find the trailer though.
We had this thing that we say, that I said in English, that the bees, even the bees, stay away from her because of the sulfur emanating from her body.
Ooh, okay.
This woman is evil.
Okay, I think I found it. Hold
You
on.
found
I
it, share
think,
it, and I'll put it here.
okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna see the sneak peek. Okay, okay, I'm looking now. Because the way she looked at him, this Roy Choi guy, uh, like, did you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Let me see. The thing is, okay, let me see if I can play it in slow motion because the way when he was talking about speed metal.
Yes, speed metal when he was talking about that. Yeah.
Here, let me see, because Netflix is being brutal with what you might call it with um here. I think this is the one. Wait,
Oh, I found it too.
you have it? Oh, you can share if you want. I put it here. I'll post it here because mine is very small.
Yeah. Okay, here, let me do it. Let me share it. Okay. Oh Lordy, here he comes. Mr. Otis. Here he comes, folks. Here he comes.
There.
He's gonna
Okay,
start
you
scratching
play
me
it.
up now. Okay. All right, Mr. Otis. Okay. It's this look right here. Hold on. How do I get rid of this top bar?
You can't just go
Okay,
put the
let me
video
just
lower. Put the video there.
okay, right here. Let me just go back. This look here that she gave him. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Right up, right there.
You can actually slow it down, Pat. See, you had the
How,
thing with the red dot. Do it.
hold
Look at
on
her.
with the red like this look like that she had like there was another one. So you see this one, right? Can you see this one?
Yeah, we're watching it.
Okay, because I okay, hold on. Let me just go back just a little bit.
A little bit goes lower. Yeah. There. Go.
Wait a
Go.
minute.
Go.
Like this, like this look right here. She's like, like she's like looking,
It's
like you can
like,
tell, like he said something like what did you say? What
yeah,
did you say?
but you know, Pat, when you look at her say that, you would think that he said something terrible.
You would think,
And you know, it
yeah.
sounded like speed metal music, which and then
You would think he said something that was very derogatory towards her or to women. He just said he listens to speed metal,
you
and
know,
and that causes you to look like Satan in the eyeballs. Like, why? I don't understand you, woman. Is that serious? Like, you really think he went off script that much that you gotta look like that? I mean, come on now, Paula.
I
That
know,
is pretty
and
psycho.
that is terrible because you know what, Pat, the guy, I think he clapped back at her. This is good for when you're cutting.
Yes.
I think he had enough with this woman, and
And then
because
he said, well, we all have our different size. And then she goes, oh, well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
we're multifaceted. And no,
Multifaceted.
you're a yacht girl.
Woman, you let your face drop right here. Look at you. You look evil as all evil. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's your sneak peek. I
And she
can't wait to watch the whole episode.
And you know that they fired the whole marketing team who edited the first clip, right? So
Yeah,
she complained, so they got fired. So this is the best that they can come up with.
exactly.
And don't forget, guys, that sneak peek previews are to hook you. That these are the most exciting parts of
Right.
it. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So
I mean, the
oh
look at
my
her face.
gosh, this
When,
woman.
when he said speed metal, I go, oh, I remember I used to listen to that, but a long time ago. You would have thought, oh, what is speed metal? What kind of music is that? Can we play some? But oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, how dare you?
How
That's not
dare
Roy
you,
Choi. What was it?
Roy Choi? What did you say, Roy Choi? Huh? About speed metal? What?
The joy is not joy of cooking. She
Is
tried
that's
to
not
make up
the
little words.
yeah, that's not the joy of cooking. What are you talking about? Oh my God, woman, you are deranged. Thank you, Michelle. 1234. If they
Oh,
divorce, she will get millions to keep quiet. All but contraire, mon frere.
where
I
is she going to
think
get the millions from?
probably from the royal family, but Michelle, contraire, I think she will get millions to speak from people that are going to offer her book deals because we have to remember that the Netflix show that they did, completely ragging on the royal family, did well. And I think if she did the same to the royal family, people will pay her a lot of money.
What do
You
you
know,
mean by that, Pat?
that she would get a book deal. She will get if she did like a documentary, like another one in post divorce with Harry. We have to remember she did shop around a post divorce book deal option or idea, right? So that's something she would do. I think Michelle, she would get a lot of money, you know.
Do you think so? Because everybody knows that she lies, Pat.
Yeah, but I think hearing that from her, if she tries to play it up around racism and how she was treated and the horrible things Harry did to her, and we know she has said that Harry has done some horrible things to her.
Yeah, I mean, but she has them more on video. I think that they would
Right.
pay a lot
She's
of
got a
money to.
lot on her phone of videos of things she's going to use as evidence against Harry. So while she will get a lot of money to be quiet, I think she'll get more to speak. And I know a lot of people don't believe her, but hey, you come out in Hollywood talking about scandal and saying things negatively, I think that is what people want to hear, dirt. And I think they will give her a lot of money for that. That's
But
what I
but
think.
okay, so what are the laws in regards, Pat, to, I mean, for example, she wouldn't be able to show a video without Harry's consent, would she?
Did she sign an NDA?
No, she's bragged about it, but you still in California, you need two people's consent to show. Remember that Kevin Blatt said that, for example, the reason why he was sued by Paris Hilton. You remember that fixer that I had on my
Uh-huh.
the reason why he was sued by Paris Hilton for 20 million since she won was
Uh-huh.
because he had the consent of the guy, but not her consent. So it's a
Oh.
two-party consent thing. That's why he was sued, because
Oh, yeah.
Paris
That's
Hilton
right.
never agreed to have those tapes. This is why the guy who leaked Kim Kardashian's tape was never sued, because he
Wait,
had the consent of both parties.
yeah, I'm sorry. Was this in LA or New York? California or in New York?
California, we're talking California,
I
but
was
if
just thinking, because I know in New York it's you can, oh, I forget, one party, two party. One of them is where you only need the consent of one person. So LA is the one you need the consent of two people.
well, no, there's some states in Washington you need it, but I don't know, because she has a lot of recording in the UK and a lot of recordings in California. But I wonder what, I don't know if anybody here is a lawyer. If she has recorded him without his consent, for example, we know she recorded him without his consent when he was proposing, because she sent it to Jess,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We know that, right? So, but what if she recorded it, let's say in California, but she releases it in New York? Does she need a two-party consent, or depending where the place that was recorded?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get
Yeah, let me see.
If
Let
you
me
recorded him in California, and
two-party
California is a
consent
two-party,
states. So two-party consent states are California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Washington. That's what I thought. So New York is the one where you only need one.
yeah, I understand that, but my question is the following: if
Mhm.
she has recorded footage in California where you need a two-party consent to release it, can she still release it in New York, if it's, even though it's a one-party consent, but where the deed was recorded, you needed both parties? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it goes based on the state it was recorded in. Right. It's the state you're recorded in. So yeah, here's the thing that like that Michelle told me that basically if this had, all these things with Megan, can you imagine what would have happened to her during King Henry VIII's time? I mean, my goodness. Anne Boleyn got her head chopped off just because of a allegation, right? I mean, Megan, everything that she has done would have put her under the what do you call it, the Tower of London.
Yeah. Oh yeah, beheaded.
She would have been in a lot of I'm telling you. See, this is why I always say they don't have any consequences to the things that they have done. This is why they keep doing it over and over again, you know?
Oh, look, Kathy's cats laughing. You know what? I love it when our side chat because they give us so much information, guys.
Mhm.
Kathy's cats Luffy says no. It would likely violate California's law, Penal Code 632 PC, even if it's released in New York. Thank you. So that means that so it does affect where their thing was recorded.
Yep, it does. So it's just I tell you, Megan is just a hot mess, but I just sit and eat my popcorn. Like, girl, what you gonna do now, huh? What you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna do
Because you just got some problems. You just got delusion all in your head, don't you?
But the thing is that she thinks that Harry's affecting her brand. I had to reread that twice, Pat.
Yeah.
Because even I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, Harry's not affecting your brand. You are affecting your own brand with your delusion.
And we're gonna show you this before we go, guys, with this, because this is about Blake Lively, and this I got it from Colonel Kurt website, because they this is the conversation that Ari said that Freakonomics had a mix up when they didn't end up recording the tape of him ridiculing Baldoni, right?
Oh, okay.
But apparently somebody was recording. So this is, I mean, this guy.
Blake Lively leaked agent interview. Wow. So Blake Lively leaked that. I have that recording too, by the way. I think you said you had it too. I took it out of my video yesterday. I should have left it in. I mean, you can barely hear him.
Did you do a Blake Lively video yesterday?
Yeah, I talked about her. Yeah, it was towards the end of my video.
Okay, but no, but you can hear it, guys. We'll see it. We'll play it.
Okay. Thank you, Golden Rose.
I wonder if you could tell us about a little bit of a mess that I gather you've been involved in.
Oh, yeah. I know where you're going with this one.
Do you have notes on it?
Oh, yeah. Those are the two things I said to myself, this could come up.
To admit, I don't keep up that much on Hollywood. But even I caught wind of the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Let the record show for those listening at home, Ari just slit his throat.
I mean, it's a fucked up, bad situation that Baldoni, whatever his name is doing, and his partner.
Now, he was your client.
Doing, and his partner.
Now, he was your client too, and so
Yeah, and so I fired him.
Right.
You know,
Just give a little bit of the backstory.
It's not really fair. I've known Ryan and Blake for over a decade. They're really incredible people. In Hollywood, they have been incredibly successful. People work with them. They've never had any bad mojo out there and treated people badly. And are charitable because we help them with their foundation. They've given tons of money away. If what is alleged in her lawsuit that happened on social media, just because she complained to the studio that things were unhealthy on the set, that he was director and this man was the producer, and they did to her what they're being alleged, they're really bad people. And Blake, I know Blake, I know Ryan, they're actually good people. Now, social media is a really good thing at times because it lets people, stars, connect with their fans. But these two guys used it in an evil way, if that's true. Be cognizant that you can root, and they should no longer be out there intimidating people, using social media now and trying to hurt them, and using their what they have been doing prior to it now to go against them.
I mean, because they said that they had deleted it. I mean, this is Emanuel, guys, the most powerful agent in Hollywood. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah.
fun of bologna. I did a video where I talked about it, and I said, you know what? Isn't that a little bit racist to, oh, what is it, bologna? Like
Yeah. I mean,
name.
it's just such a dig at him and his name. And this man is, I mean, done nothing to deserve all this backlash. That just shows you how fickle and how superficial Hollywood can be. I mean, Ari's going to stick by the people that are making him money, even though clearly Blake and Ryan are in the wrong. I mean, what they have done to this man is horrible. But yet, people follow the money, and Ari's going to go towards where the money is for him, and that's with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, but
And
what if right now Ari is all about money? Now he has Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift, they filed something saying that they don't want, it's going to be for lawyers eyes only, which is not good, the discovery thing, because not even Baldoni or anybody can see, because they want to protect Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift was involved in it. This is what even Candace Owens is calling it the Taylor Swift clause, because that's who they're trying to protect.
yeah.
I mean, if the public opinion is very strong, Pat, he no longer, the mainstream media is not as powerful. It's mostly people like YouTubers and, internet TikTokers that have more sway. People don't trust the mainstream media.
Right. Yeah. I think that's what Megan didn't even calculate in all of her supposed thoughts of wisdom that she had in her head when she spoke to Harry in the United Kingdom about going back to America. She did not count for that. And she did not see that there would be an army of people that would be able to really call out her bad behavior, and that would affect her brand. And social media has definitely affected her and her brand, because people that she's hurt badly have come out to speak, and people on social media give voice to that. And I don't think that if we just had legacy media, a lot of that would have never really come out the way it's been able to come out on social media. And that's the problem that they have today. It's not like it used to be when, you could just hire a publicist and get a few positive pieces up on Entertainment Tonight, and just people would see the narrative on this paid for legacy media. It's not the same. It's not like that anymore. And this is what she did not calculate. And this is how she has really suffered her brand from the social media and the people. Like, if we had good experiences with her just as regular people watching the royal family, seeing the good that she was doing, we would have been talking about all the great things that Meghan and Harry are doing, and we would have been supporters. But when you show yourself behind the scenes, and when people can see and feel the kind of person you are, I mean, you can just kind of look at Meghan sometimes and know, ugh, there's something about her. I can't put my finger on it, but there is something about that woman. Like, these are the things that we pick up on, and we have voice now, and we can say how we feel. And this is what I think has affected everything that Meghan does, because now we're going to give voice to all the things that she will do, all the things that she is planning, everything that she thinks is going to get her to where she wants to be as this A-lister. We're going to give voice to that based on all the things that she has done in the past, since when she came into the royal family. Even the fact that she said she didn't even Google Harry. What? Now, come on, we're not stupid. We can think critically, and we know that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. So we give voice to a lot of this, and that's what she doesn't like. And I think that's why Harry talks about censorship a lot. I think that's why they want to try to have it where social media is not able to amplify a lot of the things that are out in traditional news media, because that's what he said during that Deal Book Summit. He talked about, how everything gets amplified. So in social media, so they don't like that. They want to suppress our voices and what we say, because they want to control the narrative, because they want to be who they want to be and not have any change be a part of who they are, because they want to keep being the way they are, which I think is not good people. The lies, the disingenuous nature of them. That's what they want to be without being checked for it.
Yeah.
That's what
And
they
this
want
is
to
the
do.
thing, people are saying, why would the Oscars want Harry? Because it's Harry they want. Well, guys, Harry, for example, what the hell was Harry doing at Kevin Costner's fundraiser? And they had him. He was the one who was supposed to go alone on stage. We saw that they tried to hand him the microphone multiple times, and he tried to give it to Meghan, and they refused to hand it over to Meghan. We see that it's Harry the one they want. You know,
Mhm.
of course, having a royal attend an event, who doesn't want that, even if it's Harry, you know? And Meghan
Mhm.
knows that, but Meghan wants to go solo.
Yeah, she thinks she can go solo and now be very empowered. But
Yeah.
that's the delusion in her head. They thought they could move to America and be royals in America.
Why did they have to be so mean, Pat? You know, they could have, if they had been grateful, I was thinking about it. If they had been grateful to the royal family rather than writing that Sussex royal thing, stick up, you're going to do this
Mm.
and that, and you don't own the word royal. Well, it turns out the queen did. And,
Mhm.
but why couldn't they say, thank you, but you know what? I do miss my country. She was offered to keep working as an actress, and they offered to help her. But no, she
Right.
had the royal title.
Yeah.
So why couldn't they leave in good terms? And
Right.
thank you, but you know what? After I had my child, I really want to be home. I do miss like that. And
Mhm.
gotten a role over there with the King's Trust. Well, it was the Princess Trust, and they would have been helped, and they could have, kept their family close, their ties, be thankful,
Mhm.
and instead,
They've done this. It's a hot mess, I'm telling you, but I can't wait to get my popcorn next week, Tuesday.
no, I mean the Oscars are before then, aren't they?
On Sunday. Is it tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, Miss PDina.
Oh
So we
my
might have
goodness.
before then.
Well, we'll see what happens. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming here, guys, and thanks for being respectful in the chat. Thanks for always joining us. And please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe if you like this. This is a community that I hope we're entertaining you, and we want to thank you for having helped raise funds for PDINA. We're going to be doing it a little bit more, so because she has a lot. She doesn't have the grift. I told her,
Well,
you have to grift for millions.
no, I don't. I think you know what?
USAID and say I need millions.
No, I'm good for. I'm good for the rest of the year with what we did for my workshops for my fundraiser. Really, that was
Well, I
a
think we
great
should do another
fundraiser.
one. I think we should do another one in a month's time just to
Mm.
keep it going. Yeah, that might just shut up and just take it. I mean, you're
Girl,
doing good for kids.
I
You're
know,
doing
but
good
I'm
for
just
kids.
grateful. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, girl.
We'll see. We'll
I
think about
love everybody. You guys are so kind. So kind. And I'm good. Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll see. We
We're
might do
good.
another one though, just for the hell of it. So thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful Saturday. And go watch
Thanks.
PDINA'S. You're dropping your video tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the divorce, that article that you put up. Yay! We're gonna talk about it some more.
Yes, and thank you so much and have a great day, guys.
Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.